Mazovia is a small 5 provinces country that is starting in impossible situation of a vassal of Poland that is about to get Lithuania under personal union. But if you succeed, there's a very hard achievement waiting for you, back to the Piast, that you gain for forming Poland as Mazovia. Today I'm gonna go and try surviving as this nation. Remember that if you want to get notified about this series or any other series, subscribe to the channel, because I can see that only 40% of you are subscribed right now. First things first, we need to figure out how we exactly want to get anyone to support our independence. So we go to Poland, we go to his enemies, so people that set them up as the rival, and we see that Bohemia, Teutonic Order and Hungary did this. This means that those three nations are more likely to support our independence. See, this is very close in all of the cases. Just with the Teutonic Order, it's not possible early because they are having truce with Poland, which blocks this from happening. Let me show you a few magic tricks. Before we get to this part, I'll go to the estates, where the setup is going to be a little bit different than usually because we are starting as a duchy. So we would be having tons of promise of autonomy if we just started with 5 crown land setup. And that's why I'm gonna go and take admin points from clergy, I'm gonna take mill points from Szlachta, then we're gonna seize the land to make it 14%, some the diet, this allows me to get the prestige mission here very nicely. Then from the clergy we will take the cheaper advisors and just increase loyalty. From the Szlachta we will gonna take also the cheaper advisors and supremacy of the crown. Cheaper advisors because we're anyway gonna lose a lot of stability, so I'm not gonna put this to step 1 early. And supremacy of the crown to keep high influence and loyalty all of the states to get more of the bonuses. At the same time from burghers it's similar setup, so I'm gonna take the cheaper advisor, we're gonna take the more prestige, is plus 20 from this privilege, and also 5 1% loans, because we don't have much money. Yes, I'm making money, but I want to take all 3 advisors. So I'm gonna take a prestige advisor here, we're gonna take the diplomatic reputation advisor here to get the support independence quicker, and we're gonna take over here the morale advisor. With this done, I have one more trick in my pocket to show you guys. We go to clergy, and the new privilege from this patch, religious diplomats. This is increasing our relations with all the nations with the same religion by 25. So those will make those 2 nations more likely to support our independence. So if you go here, you can see it's 46-49 and this is 51-52. But if you take a day or 2, you see, after a day, those guys are supporting our independence, and those guys, well, it's almost supporting independence. And this is bad that it's almost, because it means that within the month they will most probably get more allies and they'll be having too many diplomatic relations, which should not allow us to get the alliance. But let's see if you're gonna be lucky or not. Okay, this 46-46 on the 30th of November. Okay, let's try it. Improve relations with them. Yeah, now they are accepting. But we need to wait until 31st of December to actually ask them to support the independence. So we need to count right now. They're not gonna ally anyone else before the month tick. There we go, 31st. Both Hungary and Bohemia are supporting our independence. So if you called them into the war right now, they would both answer. We need to declare on them ASAP, because any moment they can get a personal union over Lithuania, which will make the war pretty much impossible to win. Recruit the Free Company also in Płock, so we'll be having 10,000 troops at the very start of the war, so those guys will be not that much likely to go and attack us day 1. Now declare war on them, -3 stability, accepted, accepted. I'm gonna right away ask Teutonic Order for the access, so I can just go over here and then to Poznań, so I can connect my troops with Bohemia, and I will avoid fighting Poland day 1 as they're going straight into my lands. In my capital state, of course, must have a defensive edict to make their siege slower. While Poland is standing with whole army in Warszawa, we've got our allies in Poznań already, and I'm carpet sieging the rest of their runs at the same time. Actually, by an accident, I started attacking the Munich stack over here, which might be unfortunate unless my allies will help, because I'm attacking here without the full morale and they are reinforcing it with the allies. I almost got wiped here by an accident, guys. But yeah, those guys will be here on the 9th of July. So I think that should be actually fine for us to win it. Once those guys here, yep. There we go. And we can go and start sieging down Krakow with the help of our allies. I just clicked to allow allies to attach to this stack, so I'm planning to get my allies attached and go and defend Warsaw. 8,000 from myself, 9,000 from Hungary, and additional 7,000 from Croatia. Oh, come on. Come on. Yes, they're coming. We have to win this, guys. And let's show the Poles how we fight in Mazovia. Oh, that's such an easy battle, guys. This is so easy. Look at this, what is happening to the army. With Kraków, I can anyway just peace out this war. We have just 13% of the war participation, so we definitely don't want to take money because we just get 60 ducats out of it. We want independence, we want war operations, so this way we are independent, we're having monthly amount of the income, we want Lublin to connect our lands, we want Helm and Lwów to have Orthodox lands, so it'll be easier for us to change the religion. This is 57 aggressive expansion, nobody would join the coalition, and I can even go and try taking Dobrzyn over here. This is still no aggressive expansion, that's gonna cost me tons of power points to core. Send a peace deal. Tick. You see aggressive expansion is quite a lot of it. And our nation is having 94 development right now. We just need to figure out what to do with admin mana because we have absolutely none of it with our stability. Concentrate the development in the lands that I took over as much as we can. And I'm gonna start coring the cheapest provinces. This is gonna be more expensive than Lwów because it's part of my state. Anyway, when I'm reinforcing, let me just delete the scav stack as it's useless. And just a few months after our peace deal, Lithuania just became personal union of Poland, so next war is not gonna be very easy. It's gonna be super hard to win with Lithuania under personal union. I actually guys forgot that Catholics got freaking buffs in this patch, right? Here we're having construction costs together with tax modifier. Here's moral of armies together with fairly prestige. Here's improved relations together with legitimacy. Here's the diplomatic annexation cost together with diplomatic reputation. So guys, I actually would like to test the new Catholics in this run. Because I was thinking about going, Poland into Ruthenia with Tsardom, but let's go and try Catholics instead. I'm not sure how it happened, but my trust from Hungary just dropped from 50 to 20 without a reason. So they're about to break my alliance. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go and try finding a new ally then. This is the kind of the era that we like. Bolesław. And we need this guy to die ASAP. What if I actually just make the run of this guys here and I start drilling? So maybe he just dies during this and he's gonna fight all of the rebels. We have -3 stability to soldiers, nothing to lose. A few things that can be done over here. First of all, I'm gonna go to the privileges of the burghers and take the diplo points. Then once clergy hits over 50 of loyalty, I'm gonna seize my land as well to make it even. At the same time, what I can do, I can go and take 2 loans. Then I'm gonna repay all of the 1% loans I took at the beginning of the session. Thanks to this, I just lost the privilege over here. So I'm just gonna go here and retake it. But this time, it allowed us to increase the treasury to 132. And the interest is just 0.19. And if I wanted to, I could cancel it and take it again. I just don't need it yet. It's good to have Poland as our friend, because they're dealing with our rebels. With the Lithuanian settler parties, I did not have to fight and lose my manpower on them. Ah yes, let's exchange our favors with Bohemia for -5 ducats. Okay, never mind. It didn't take us much. We are still at -3 stability, we've lost our ruler, so right now at least we're getting more admin mana. And we just have 9 years of regency until we get this nice Bolesław Piast. The fact that we're having a Habsburg regency is very useful because I was trying to get 145 relations with Austria in order for them to let me into the Holy Roman Empire. I'm just gonna go and Skumfur insult one of the rivals, which improves my relations with Austria 151. So right now I can just go and join the HRA. I'm anyway a duchy, and at least this way I'm protected for example, Poland attacking us without a reason. Good news is that Moscow became a rival of Poland because they are so strong with Lithuania, so I started improving relations with them, and with 100 relations they become positive towards me, so this allows me to go and strictly ally them. So I'm gonna use this guys. Oh, another stability.
Oh no!
Anyway, I'll go for the missionary strength because I'm actually converting the Orthodox provinces right now. My first guarantee form is gonna be the taxmet. No, it's just gonna be the manpower this time. Of course, the AIs are getting smarter in this patch, so both Lithuania and Zlewikk united together and they are sieged down my capital. 2 things just happened. Austrian ruler died. Wow. And he got Hungary Personal Union. So it kind of doesn't matter that we lost Hungary, but at the same time, we also have lost the emperorship. Right now, Hesse is the emperor. I wanted to actually comment on that. Pretender rebels in Lithuania also now a few provinces. Guess what happened? They enforced the demands. So Lithuania is no longer personal union over Poland, and they're not allied to each other. So we'll be having free expansion into both Lithuania and Poland. Isn't that beautiful? This is beautiful. As Danzig is blocking us for taking more than those two provinces, I'm just gonna go and peace out Teutonic Order already. They're gonna accept it. On top of that, I will go... I can't really humiliate them, right? I'll go and take war reparations. Peace them out. Take those two provinces. So, our country is becoming more and more beautiful, and our current developments are 111. Let me just actually cancel the loans and take them again. This will give us some additional money, and I'm gonna repay 6% loans that we took in the meantime. And this 500 debt is just costing us 0.4 ducats monthly, so it's pretty much nothing. By the way, we took over Marburg, which is my Marburg Castle Great project. They theoretically should give garrison size only to this province, right? But if you go, for example, to Płock or Block, you see that it's having 2.2 thousand garrison because it's increased exactly because of this monument. So this monument is giving a global modifier instead of local one. Look, an AI asking to return favors. They're asking me to give them 900 soldiers. This is 5 I'm full of my manpower, and that might actually make them more willing to help me in the war with Lithuania, because they had problems with manpower that didn't want to help me. So let me actually turn on my armies, turn on my force, and let's go and get ready to fight Lithuania. This tech difference is gigantic, right? So what I'll focus on is to just defending, running around, while Moscow will be sitting down Lithuania from the north. I want to wait for the regency to finish, because we'll do a very nice thing first. There it goes. Now, 14 of course, pretender rebels, I'll deal with them. But the good news is that, as you can see, our new heir is 535, so it's even better than our current ruler. And I'm just gonna go and boost the stability, because it costs way less than it did. So just boost it once, twice, or it's 0. Let's declare war. This will be conquest of Palenque. I'm gonna go invite Moscow and Volgast into it. I'm gonna have an enormous advantage on the numbers. My mercs together with Volgast are sitting on Kaunas right now. They have troops around here and around here. And Moscow is in this place. So I'm just gonna go and send my main manpower stack to Karpachy, Ukraine, because there's absolutely no forts around here. And this way, with that event, we're already having one stability. Finally fixed that. And another stability. So at step 2, at this moment, I can go and take the Miltech. So those guys don't have the advantage over me anymore. And I was thinking about waiting for the institution, but it's gonna take too much time. So let me actually go take this tech. I will get the first idea group, which is gonna be... Let me go and start with the diplomatic ideas. To be able to play around with like this expansion over here and unite this region ASAP. So the diplomat will be very useful to start building spy network on Lithuania again, because for the next war we'll be having plenty of claims needed. This is gonna be a mighty stack wipe. There we go. Peace out Lithuania. Now I'm gonna take my claims here, and I'll also take those provinces around here. This is not much like this expansion, but a lot of admin points to pay for it. And I was thinking about actually releasing a vassal over here. This is because I'll be taking Polish provinces for myself and I'll be coring it. While over here in Ukraine, I'm just gonna go and release Kiev. Just gonna get those 3 provinces. Then we'll also go and feed them with additionally this beauty, and this beauty. While those 2, I'll keep for myself, just let's go and concentrate it. So that way, look on our players map mode. Next step is to kill Poland. Konrad Wiśniowiecki, Łukasz Kędzierzawy, and Sylwester Wiśniowiecki. Good luck with that. And I'm gonna go and declare the war against Poland. This is gonna be conquest of Inowrocław, so this province here, and I'm gonna use Bohemia to leverage it and win it. Maybe not easily because numbers are quite close, but it should be a nice war to have over here and finally finish off Poland. See that they actually have a lot of numbers. We need to somehow manage to connect our troops with Bohemia. Bohemia is in the meantime sitting on Munich, so once they take this down, I'll have a big help from them. This is probably gonna be the most important battle of this war. We need to stop Poland from sieging and Warsaw and then reoccupy all of those provinces that they started carpetting with their freaking vassals and allies. Let's see. Have done, yes. And Bohemia to Poznan in the mean. What the hell did they roll? 5-0, 3-3. We almost lost it because of the rolls. Okay, it's not bad. Let's just go right now and reoccupy most of the provinces from the siege. How old was our king? 20? 22? And he died already? It's not that bad. Our consort is 5-4-2, so it's not bad. And the heir was 5-3-5, which was better than our king. So I'm actually happy about this news. I think it's time to peace out Poland. I'm taking most of my claims and Danzig, which is part of my mission. Yeah, that's our first port that we received in this campaign. And right now the war score cost of Poland is still 122%. As I'm starting to run a little bit behind in the ideas, the current one is 6th. I'm just gonna go to Warszawa, I'm gonna get encourage development, I'm gonna get the sound diet to get burghers over 60 loyalty, and I'm gonna get and develop institution a little bit, because this time it's never gonna get to us. Let's just spend mill points and admin points on this. So this way it will appear in our country quite quickly, especially when I get advanced effort in a second as well. Guys, I need to state the most important area in my country, which is of course, all Poles are gonna know it, Podlasie. Improve relations from diplomatic ideas is gonna be very useful. So right now if you go on aggressive expansion, for example in Hungary, see that is dropping down 3.1 yearly. Again, we have a situation when our loan size increased a lot. It's 100 and it was 50 the last time we was taking them. So I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3 loans, 4 loans. Then I'm gonna repay all of our 1% loans that we're having, so 10 of them. Then I'm gonna go and take the burger loans over here. I'll embrace the institution. I'll repay the 4% loans, at least the ones that I can, because I won't be able to repay all of them, so I'm just left with 2 of them. So 7 loans in total, just 1 ducat of interest, institution brace, so I can go and become up to date in the technologies again. No, they're doing this again! Brandenburg is asking for ducats for favors, but that's only 7 ducats because I'm extremely poor. Maybe I'm poor, but I just become a great power number 8. And this is pretty much thanks to the institution, purely. Byzantine refugees, I freaking love them. Maybe they cost 80 power points, but 10% tech cost for 30 years is absolutely worth it. Remember, we are a duchy, so monthly autonomy change is gonna be very useful in this place. So right now it's during the peacetime it's decreasing 0.15, but during war it's also gonna decrease because it'll be 0.05. With Kazimierz Piast on the throne, I'm having 11, 9, 13 of mana generation, which is absolutely beautiful. They only need to establish more income to be able to afford higher level of the advisors. By the way, it looks like we have an actual chance to become a Holy Roman Emperor. Look, we have 2 votes, Emperor is having also 2 votes, so I just need to take 1 more vote and it will be available. While the Emperor himself is having 42 years, so he can die any day. Why Mazovia can become, Piast can become a Holy Roman Emperor. The second idea group is gonna be either military or admin. We have a lot of mill points, so we could go and try getting something interesting here. Both quantity and offensive ideas, I would get diplomatic reputation, which is gonna be useful for the vassals. And honestly, I'm just gonna go for offensive ideas, because from quantity, I won't be able to afford this process for a long time, and manpower is not such a big problem. So just go for offensive ideas for better quality of the armies, and most importantly the siege ability. You remember when I showed you that there's almost no forts in Ukraine? Well, right now Lithuania has no forts at all. There's no fort in Lubny, there's no fort in Smolensk, there's no fort in Kurskas, in Polotskas, it's only Kaunas in Vilnius, so this is gonna be an absolutely free war. Well, maybe except the fact that they have 30,000 troops, but I can get Moscow and Volga in the war, could get Austria, but Austria is not so needed. So go for the reconquest of Kievas from my vassal. Told you, an express war even before my truce with Poland ended. I will go and take all of the cores of my vassal Kiev, I'll take all of my claims, and those 3 provinces, you'll see why. On top of that, I'll go take war reparations and as much money as they're gonna accept. Sick. Then I'm just gonna go and release a vassal over here. Look, Crimea has a core here, there's no Crimea anymore. And the game is not allowing me to release their nation.
No! Anyway,
I can release Zaporozhye, which, yeah, is not having any cores, so I'll be just filling them with the provinces around here. Perfect, almost ending of the episode. We just became a Holy Roman Emperor Casimir III of Mazovia.
yes! I have to get off this planet.
And first decision of the Emperor is to embrace the second reform, which is giving us a diplomat and diplomatic reputation, so it'll be even easier to keep all of these guys for ourselves. And Empire gets local unrest -2. This is perfect, and Imperial authority is growing extremely quickly, and we'll be trying to get more reforms soon. As an Emperor, my maximum power is now 70,000. Who needs quantity ideas when you are just an Emperor? And force limit is 73. We just don't have that much income yet. And as we're Eastern technology, we just unlocked Cossacks. This also decreased our crown to 19.5. We need to take provinces for Poland to increase it. And from Cossacks, I can take some additional privileges. And honestly, I'll just go for the yearly army tradition right now. Time to finish the diplomatic ideas. This gives me deep tech cost. This gives me lower impact on stability rules. So, for example, we could try getting a personal union with Muscovy, and that wouldn't be that hard. It's just all about this ruler dying without an heir. He's 47 years old. Look, over here in the next month, I'll be having the full institution, which is giving me a golden era. So you could even wait with this idea that I was finishing for the golden era, but it's fine, we're gonna stack everything right now. And my next step is to go after Poland. Just as we're having finding money, manpower and force limit, I will increase amount of the artillery to 10,000 that we're having. So we're having a full maximum bonus versus any fort at this point of the game. Did I guys just see what I think that they've seen? We just go do a remerge with Muscovy, and I will be able to claim the throne. The problem will be to actually win the war, as they have 60,000 troops. Just to claim the throne, I need to achieve more prestige than Muscovy has. They have 91, I have 57. So I think that shouldn't be big of a problem to achieve it. I'm just gonna go and do it within the war with Poland. Unfortunately, Moscow just got an heir, but he's weak claim. He's gonna be weak claim for some time. So we still have opportunity to go and claim the throne. Stacking our prestige. Let's go to Munich. Let's just go and enter rivalries. That's 15 prestige. Out of which is gonna go 8 for us. So we have 69 right now, very nice. Okay, boys. It's 83 prestige for Moscow right now. Peace out Poland, this is not much of aggressive expansion. Take money on top of that. Of course, Danzig just became our vassal, so our diplomatic map mode is looking absolutely beautiful. We are mini Poland. And that also will allow me to for Poland as soon as I core those provinces. So let me actually go and start coring all of those. That's a lot of power points. And I'm just gonna go over here and do this. Claim throne of Muscovy. And with this happy ending, I'm gonna end this episode. Because this is just perfect. We are having all of these provinces for ourselves. We are number 2B5, great power, and we are about to declare the war Muscovy to create a personal unit out of them. Of course, it's gonna take us 5 years of truce before we'll be able to declare. So that's even better because you see that we have plenty of aggressive expansion to go down during this time. So for today guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this new series as Mazovia and would like me to continue it to get personally of Muscovy and dominate whole Europe, remember to leave a like on this video and I will see you very soon.